Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Ernie from Redefine the Grind up in here. Just came up with a great video concept so I could tell you guys about balance in relationships and how important it is to go over that social wellness regarding the 8 dimensions of wellness, that gets the social grind redefined. So we're up here. I'm just getting ready to go down and do some laundry. I'll talk to you guys while I do it. And wanted to get things going, get you guys redefining that grind. You know that, you know where we're at. So let's dive into it. Hey guys, behind the scenes, I'm just down here doing laundry, my laundry room. It's a nice one, nice craft room. But listen, I gotta do all this stuff around the house, keep up on that. Gotta be locked in with life. That's what I'm learning, is balance. It's balance. Let me tell you guys a little something about balance and something about behind the scenes today, okay?
Open road, pimpin' mode, up in my lane.
See, I'm gonna kick it to you straight here. About 8 months ago, roughly 9 months ago, I went through a divorce and I had to learn a thing or two. It was almost surreal. Like, it didn't feel like a real marriage because it was unsuccessful. It's like, were we ever meant to be anyway? But regardless, I think I can help you to not make some of the mistakes I did. First of all, I do want to say I believe that men and women, the laundry, see, I'm doing laundry, and that's perfect. Men and women are equal as far as power goes and importance on this planet. I believe that we are 100% equal.
Man and woman are equal.
I think God gave man a perfect mirror, a twin flame, if you will. And if you look that up, that's just some nomenclature that's been thrown around in some new age spirituality. But anyway, check out twin flame, because it's the perfect half of the male soul is the female soul. So knowing that, when you look in the mirror, some things are identical to you, correct? Some things are the exact opposite of you. So your right hand suddenly becomes your left hand in the mirror. That's what a twin flame is. It's a female version of you who is your exact mirror. Now listen, about 8 months ago, I think, I'm just gonna tell you, in my opinion, that's what happened to me. I met someone who feels like my twin flame, is my twin flame, someone who is my mirror. And I was in a marriage at the time that I met this person, and in my marriage, I was not the person's perfect mirror. And when I saw this, I was just astounded when I met this mirror. And let me tell you, I didn't go out seeking this person outside of my marriage. Just kind of fell into my path, and I just happened to notice, like, whoa, this is me, but it isn't. I really took note when this person fell into my path, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she actually said to me, it's like we're twins. She took note as well. And it was insane, because then I had already been thinking for years in my marriage, like, something felt empty. There was something missing there. Now, let me tell you from my experience what I think happened. The person that I was married to was a wonderful person and a good friend of mine. And we helped each other out of some really, really hard times. And because of that, we bonded and became very, very close. As close as Liam and I are?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I ate the Kit Kat. Bye.
Okay.
And we don't need a Kit Kat.
Anyway, we got very, very close, and it's kind of hard to talk about because this is very personal, and I am sharing something personal to try and help you with your marriage or your love. But anyway, this is my experience. I got very close to this person on a friend's level, but I never really felt this romantic level. I mean, there were times, certainly, like, I'm male, she was female, we had this thing, but it was never, like, super deep, like I thought it should be. Why are you spying? Why are you spying on me, Liam? Oh my gosh. So Liam, I don't know, it's a long story with Liam, but he's stuck with me now. I married my best friend, essentially. This person who I really, really bonded with, and the person I got closest with. Oh my gosh. And because of that, I thought that was what a wife was, like, you know, your best friend. But then I realized, no, like, that's not the role of a wife. I never really thought about what should a wife be. I just thought, this person's great, I want them around me, I'll marry them, you know? And maybe that I was naive. I think I was definitely naive when I did that. And her as well. She had been seeking someone to help her, and me too, and I think we jumped the gun, honestly. And then I think we wrote it out for too many years because we didn't know anything different. I think the laundry's done too. Alright, man, all done with laundry now, and up here in the office again, up in that new location. How we do it? We're just gonna go over here and have a seat for you. There we go. So just a real quick recap up in here. I was basically in a relationship without balance, you know, and it was in a lot of ways it was kind of stagnant and going nowhere, and I didn't realize that because I was kind of complacent. And I fell victim to that false sense of security, the false sense of security of being in a relationship that's maybe not going where you want it to exactly. Maybe it's going nowhere, honestly, but you don't want to roll the dice and look for something greater out there, because what if all that's out there is worse, right? Maybe, but I didn't want to fall victim to that. So we'll get back into it. You know, I was just trying to follow my heart for a change and do what I thought was the right thing. And I think that's what all you can do, is follow your moral compass and try to do what you think is the right thing. And it was pretty challenging for me, honestly, because I had a lot of people in my life telling me it wasn't the right thing and I wasn't making the right move. And at the end of the day, man, the only people you really got to answer to in life are yourself and God.
Yourself and God.
And then, of course, from there, like, if you do have a partner, you need to step it up and answer for them and your family and all that. But at the end of the day, man, the most important thing out there is, can you live with yourself and the decisions you made? Because honestly, that's it. That's all you got, you know? So yeah, why did I never leave that relationship? Well, I had a habit of telling everybody how great my marriage was in my life, and really it was pretty good. I was married to, like, a good friend, you know, and we supported each other in a lot of ways. So I felt pretty safe, but there was always something nagging there, like something felt empty as well. And rather than ever address that or even talk to her about it, I just pretty much, honestly, I went to work, I came home, and then I would start drinking and go to sleep. And I didn't address that feeling. I was just like, yeah, it's pretty good, you know, I'm crushing it in my career, I'm making all this money. See, this is what happens, you get out of balance. And I was completely out of balance. I was chasing money, doing well at it, just building my career. My practice was going great. I was working as a family practice nurse practitioner, so just getting all these patients, making awesome money. But then I would just come home from work and drink myself stupid, and okay, there's no balance there, you know? And certainly even if my marriage was great at one point, the pattern of giving up in my personal life and just drinking myself stupid and not putting her needs before mine at all, or even putting my needs up there at all. I really put my career before everything, and I was just chasing it, man. And that's not smart, honestly. It's not. It doesn't matter how much money you make at the end of the day. If you're not happy, who cares, right? And that's where I was at. I wasn't truly happy, so who cares how well my career is going, dude? I stopped caring, honestly. I started getting really annoyed, and I stopped caring. And so that's when I decided to redefine my grind. You know, And that's seriously when I started coming up with this campaign. I was just like, what can we do to help people to see that grinding is not just chasing money? And man, it's not. I was neglecting all those other dimensions of wellness other than that, chasing that money. And it started rapidly falling apart. I became suicidal, and I thought, well, I'm either going to kill myself here because I've been suicidal off and on my whole life, or I'm going to try and fix it. And so I chose to fix it and, at least try before killing myself, at least give myself a chance, right? Because I told you, I've been neglecting, and this is a period of about probably 3 years of just drinking daily, just neglecting everything. So what did I decide to do? I followed all the advice I would give my patients in practice, all of it. I started eating right. I started running. I was working out every day. I started doing yoga. I started chasing spirituality and really learning what it meant to have a relationship with the Creator. Because prior to that, I had been an atheist before and really had no spirituality in my life. And in doing so, I started spending more time with my ex-wife. And we started working out together, eating healthy together, and we both started actually getting very happy, very healthy. But you know what? That's when things really looked bad in my relationship, to me at least, because although she told me, hey, I finally have the husband I always wanted, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I still don't feel like I have the wife I always wanted. And I felt kind of guilty about that because we were both doing the best we had honestly ever done as adults. But still, there was part of me that was just like still thinking, what if I was with somebody else? It's not a good feeling for a relationship. Because although we were happy, we were still just awesome friends. There was still no romantic connection. And we weren't like, you would think, okay, we both got happy. Now we'd be all over each other and just loving on each other. No. I very rarely put my arm around her and just sat and cuddled. All those things. We never had an intimate connection. I'm not going to get into everything. I don't think you guys need to know my entire sex life, but it was pretty much not there. And there were even points in my marriage I thought maybe I was asexual because I just didn't even want to have intercourse. So there you go. So if you don't have that connection with your wife, you kind of shot yourself in the foot, going into it. I can honestly tell you guys real quick, when I went into my marriage, it wasn't on the right terms. See, neither one of us had any spirituality or anything. And we just kind of got married on a whim one day. I know she really wanted to get married at the time. I really didn't care at all. I made a complete joke out of the ceremony. We went to a walk-in chapel called Weddings Are Us. We got married rapidly. We took our friends. They were being asked to leave the chapel because they were all drunk. And then that night, not only did I do kind of a hokey wedding night by getting a presidential suite at a hotel in Columbus, but I invited my friend and his girlfriend to stay with us in the room, and I literally just got blackout drunk and kind of ruined my ex-wife's night on her wedding night. She actually fell asleep crying next to me in the fetal position because I had gotten so much water in the bed from jumping in and out of the hot tub, and she was screaming, crying, saying, I can't believe I married you. This is the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. And that was our wedding night. So, dude, it was doomed to fail. And somehow we stayed together 8 more years. So, knowing, at least for me, knowing that it probably wasn't exactly right. But again, complacency, dude. Didn't leave for years. Complacency, it's a strong thing. It's a terrible drug. And part of me, felt like, should I man up and really just try to change her? And I'm thinking, well, we had been together 15 years at that point. We took 7 years dating before we even got married. And it's like, dude, I changed in a lot of ways, and so did she over the years, but it didn't draw us to the place I wanted to be. It's like, you know what? People can change, sure, but it doesn't mean that ultimately she's the right person for me. And she wasn't. And then what happened is what I told you in the laundry room. Right around the time I'm having all these crazy feelings, this person just falls into my lap, and I realize, holy holy crap, this is the girl of my dreams. And side note, quite literally, I had a dream 3 years prior to even meeting this new girl, and I dreamt about her before meeting her. And I know that sounds completely crazy, and you guys are gonna think, all right, dude, this is where he loses me and nuts. But no, I had a dream about her, and this is even crazier. What she did in my dream is she just came to me at a time when I was very depressed. In a dream, she comes to me and gave me a kiss and whispered in my ear, everything's going to be okay. And I woke up from that dream, and it was like really powerful for me, to the point that I even told my wife, like, hey, I had this dream about this girl I've never met, and she kissed me last night and told me everything's going to be okay. And it made me feel like $1 million. And then, 3 years later, I actually meet this chick from my dreams who I never forgot that dream. And then I'm like, all right, dude, you're losing it. I thought I was crazy. But quite literally, I met my dream girl. And dude, that's honestly, that was, the writing was on the wall from there. Here goes your future, right? So, before you think I'm a total scumbag, here's how I approach this. And whatever you would do with it in your life, your ethics, your moral code, like I said, you gotta be able to live with yourself. But here's what I did. I met this girl, and I tried to strike up just a friendship with her. Honestly, that was my plan. I'm like, even so, I felt like I'm married, and to be honest, I felt like my marriage was still pretty okay. I wanted out of it, honestly, if I was being honest with myself, but I'm just like, well, you don't do that. You don't just bail on somebody. So I tried to make a friendship with this girl, and guess what? Within like a day of even text messaging her, trying to be her friend, I realized, crap, I'm in love with her. Like, and it scared me to death. I was completely in love with her, like head over heels. Like right then and there would have killed anybody on this planet for her. And I'm like, predicament. Worst case scenario, I'm in love with 2 women at once. Actually, that's not the worst case scenario. That's just a scenario. And in reality, I realized I'm in love with 1 woman, and she's not my wife. And dude, I freaked out. Absolutely freaked out. But I didn't like drag my feet. I did continue to text her. If I hid it from my wife, it was only for like a day or 2. And then I showed her that I'd been texting her. She knew I'd been texting her actually because she knew that I was friends with her. And I was very open about that. But then I was just like, look, I have romantic feelings for this girl. I'm not going to lie to you. And then she was like, oh, okay. How do I deal with this? And we had a deep talk. And then I wrote her a letter, and we came to the conclusion, yeah, we shouldn't be together. And probably shouldn't have been for a while. And I asked her, and she's like, yeah, I
Probably should have left 5 years ago.
There's your answer, bro.
we decided from there not to be together. And decided I was just going to tell this chick I loved her, this new girl. And I did. And it was kind of weird for a minute, and it went up and down. But guess what? Eventually, she's like, yeah, I love you too. I felt a connection with you that is completely undeniable, and I'm in love with you too. It was insane. But anyway, I did what I did from there, and it's neither here nor there. I left my marriage, and guess what? It's the greatest decision I ever made. Hands down, the best decision I ever made. It was crazy for a few months, and I almost toyed with holy crap, I threw my safety net away. I need to go back. Again, no, I didn't. I did not need to go back. And I needed to find either the right person or the right balance, and I had neither. So the balance in the relationship, dude, that's key. And if you don't have it, you need to really evaluate it. I promise you that. Oh, and seriously, before you get the wrong impression, it wasn't the easiest thing in the world just to jump into a new relationship like that. It actually was chaos for months. It got worse before it got better. My life became insane. But I knew in my heart it was right this time, and I kept with it. You gotta be honest with yourself. If it's right, it's worth fighting for. If it's wrong, nothing can convince you to fight for it. That's where I was at. You can be there too. Grind on. So, to wrap up, long story short, how do you find balance? First thing you have to do is be honest with yourself, completely honest. If you have to journal it. Do this alone, before you even go to your partner with anything. Be honest with yourself. Is this the right person for me? Why not? If not, is it something that they can change? because why throw someone away if you love them, if they can change and become the person that you need? If not, you got to do some soul searching, man. And same, am I the right person for this person? Because they need the balance, the same as you. If you're coming to all these conclusions of no and you're trying to fight it and just cling on to safety, probably not going to leave you very fulfilled. I promise you that. So get out there and do it. And I'll leave you with that grind lesson today because it's getting long. But what I need for you to do is, if you like hearing what you had to hear today, because I was pretty open, pretty vulnerable with you about everything in my life, and I don't know any of you. Get out there, like, sub, go to our blog, www.redefinethegrind.home.blog. Go to our website, grind11multiversal.com, and just check us out. Sub, like. We're here to give you free videos with free advice. We're at this point not trying to sell you a thing, just trying to help you. And please, if you like it, show us some support. We love getting comments, messages, whatever. So keep an eye out. We're trying to do a video a day. Love you, grindaholics. Redefine that grind.